But just know, Zebo is where it's at.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Last Minute Podcast. On my left, I got Big T. On the right, I got Zebo G.
What's poppin'?
And today we've got a very special guest.
Yep, I go by Texaco.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And we back. Episode 113 of the most consistent podcast in the Carolinas. Yeah, we here.
Yeah, we here.
Again.
Again.
Another Sunday.
Another Sunday. A beautiful Sunday.
Nice day.
Nice
Great
Sunday.
day.
Hot.
Yes.
Yeah,
hot
it is
Sunday.
hot, though.
It is a hot Sunday. It is a hot Sunday. How's everybody? Everybody weekend been good?
Been straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, got some work in.
Facts.
Made some music.
Facts.
So
Definitely got some work in. It was a sunny working weekend.
yeah, it was nice all weekend.
It was.
Except I think it rained. Yesterday
I saw.
afternoon.
Morning,
Yeah.
didn't it?
I was like, see, yeah, it rained here. It didn't rain in Charlotte, but when I got home, it was like,
Yeah, it didn't rain in Gastonia either. I was in Gastonia last night when it was supposedly raining here.
Rained for
yeah,
like a little bit. It was weird. It was like some drizzle. But
yeah, it drizzled.
Yeah.
It drizzled by the movie theater. It was like drizzling hard, but I guess it was just spotty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Type of thing. We went and saw Beyonce this past week. Great performance.
Great show.
Like
She takes the cake. Out of anybody I have seen, and I've seen a lot of people this year.
Best you've ever seen?
Yeah, like her and Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator probably like right under her, but Beyonce give you a whole show. She changed like 5 times. She holds the mic the whole time. She dances. She hitting different notes. She sounds just as great as she does on the record. Like Beyonce is. I understand why people go crazy for Beyonce.
yeah, like that was
She has all my respect.
yeah. Like my top 3 concerts is Tyler Creator, Beyonce, and Travis Scott. Those like my top 3. And I've been to a lot of shows.
Yeah. And we only had to see it for $87.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Like that
Not
was a
bad.
What
like
did you
that-
say last week? Y'all was on the curve of the moon.
We were.
And the thing is, it wasn't even bad. It really wasn't
You
bad.
could see everything.
Yeah.
And she had that big ass screens out there. So
Oh yeah.
The visuals?
yeah.
Y'all about to say I heard that even out like her shows like they got tickets for people that don't even like be in there type.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I saw that you can sit behind the entire like setup if you want to.
Oh, shit.
It was like $100 or something, and you can't see it, but you can just listen.
Oh, you just in the
Yeah.
yeah,
you just
you
in
can
the
just
room.
be there. Yeah, I'm like that's crazy. That's
It was
wild.
Like, I think Beyonce concert was like a bucket list thing.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Like it was bound to happen. It happened, and that was a 12 out of 10 show. Like.
I know Mr. Gilmore was out there going crazy.
Bruh, he almost went viral on Facebook, bruh. He was happy. Like
Yeah,
that was
bruh.
pure.
That was pure
happiness.
joy, bro.
Like he was happy.
Yeah.
That man was doing a running man, and I ain't never seen him do that before. It was crazy, but yeah, great show. Yeah, I would definitely go see Beyonce again. Like that was a top of the notch production.
After reviews I've heard, if I ever get a chance again to see her, I'll go.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the craziest Beyonce fan, but seeing Homecoming and then seeing her do it in real life,
Yeah.
yeah,
was
definitely
wild.
respect her.
Like, bro, I was just looking most of the time, just.
Just mind blown.
Yeah, like this is a production.
Yeah.
Like this had to be years in development
Yeah.
to like do this.
Yeah, it
But,
wasn't one of those shows that you like record.
Oh,
the whole
no.
time. Like you really needed to like sit and watch what you were looking at.
Yeah.
Like you really needed to take it in.
Yeah, you had to be in like the moment.
Yeah, like I would record like maybe like the first half of like my favorite song, and then after that I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was dope.
12 out of 10, like I said. But let's get things rolling. Let's see what we've been listening to this past week. Tina, let's start with you.
Whenever you're ready.
That's
Had to load my stuff up. Y'all know I don't mind silence. Okay. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I have been listening to. Have I listened to anything? So I listened to Michael by Killer Mike again. Very good. Then I listened to Renaissance to get prepared for Beyonce. Then I listened to Shades of Gloss by Gloss Up. Really didn't listen to a lot of music this week. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And light list from Tina this week.
I know.
I had too much going on this
Yeah,
week.
you had a lot going on.
This week was crazy.
Well, okay. That's Tina's list. Texaco, let's roll with you.
Man, all right. my list be funny because I really don't listen to no rap. But
Hold on, let me pause you right quick. Just move the mic just a little closer to you.
Oh,
yeah, right
here?
there. You good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think that's funny when like our guests come on that do rap say that they don't listen to rap, but I guess that's how you get like your samples and stuff.
This morning, I played some Kanye West. I played We Major with Nas because we was on 2K talking about the classics. Other than that, though, I listened to Isley Brothers. I was listening to Floating on Your Love. I think I listened to Criticized by Alexander O'Neal. Listen to Tupac, Thug Life, his album.
Great.
His song, what song is it? I think it's the Bird Me and G, the first one. It's like perfect.
Okay.
So I blast that. And then after that, just Jodeci and Boys to Men, honestly.
Okay.
Oh, so he was in your bag.
Yeah, that's solid. That's a solid list.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a solid list. Okay. Tanner, let's roll with you.
So some new music came out on Friday, so I've been listening to Reason, Porches.
I still got to run
Bro, that shit is hard.
I heard.
It's up there.
I heard.
It's up there in my album of the year conversation.
Over
right.
Killer Mike?
No, not over Killer Mike.
It's just and they
it's
in the same
close.
room. They in the same room.
They're
Okay.
around each other.
Okay.
I also been listening to Noah Guy. He dropped a new EP. He hard. He super hard. He be on some whole other shit. Like his arrangements and shit, bro. That shit is just that shit different.
Okay.
Still listening to Slade, The Supreme, A Quest Called Life.
Slade.
Still listening to Tyra's Son Dion by Lynn Martin.
Facts.
Pay to play records.
I did run Utopia, Travis Scott again. I'm kind of narrowing down the songs I listen to.
Okay.
The
How
list.
many?
It's about 6 of them.
Same here.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, so
Like a constant.
I know My Eyes,
I know it's crazy.
Telekinesis, because Scissor's part is wild.
Yes, it is.
That verse is hard.
Yes, it is.
What's the other ones? Of course, Meltdown with Drake, Fiend, and then
Ain't crazy.
Modern Jam's kind of growing on me.
It's cute,
That's
ain't
fair.
it?
Yeah,
That's fair.
I just don't like the 80s, like,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I just don't
either.
like the 80s, like, dance music vibe.
That little boom
I don't
pad hit your little pop lock and get on out the way.
But what else I've been listening to? Virtuoso, Valet, and Harry Fraud.
Yeah.
I tried to run Summer's Mind again, man. It's just something about the production that has not hit me on that.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, it's hard to hear that.
Yeah, they love that album.
Yeah, they do.
They rocking with it.
They do.
And then No Idols, Damo, and The Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
And then still been running Ombre. So
Okay. Solid list.
yeah,
That's
When do you
solid.
listen to Ombre?
Huh?
Like, when do you listen to her?
really in the morning. Yeah, I like R&B in the morning. It's too early to be listening
get
to
your
people
day
rap
right.
about like
Yeah.
gangster shit and shooting people and shit. No, that ain't for me in the morning.
Agreed. So with me, I've been listening to V's album. That's still a favorite.
Oh,
Yeah, still a favorite this year. I've been listening to some Sauce Walker. Hard, man.
Super hard.
Like that's a
You went back and listened to his last album?
yeah. The last album and New Salt City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Listen to some K Supreme, his newest project. I'm really digging it. I listen to Yachty's new he has a new joint out. That's smooth. I've been listening to Lynn Martin, Tyra's Son Dion. Shout out Coach. Been listening to some West Side Gun a little bit. Played some Mavi last night. Utopia, same here. What you said, it's like a constant
Yeah.
5, 6. And for some reason, I don't care for that Drake verse whatsoever.
Man, that shit is hard.
I just like I never go back to that song. I also been listening to Corey Miller. Maybe this will help more.
Hard.
And some Tony Snow. I've been listening. Yeah, been listening to that. I feel like there was one. Oh, I ran Trippie Redd's newest album that dropped this Friday. Sucks.
Oh shit!
It
Do we
do, bro.
expect anything crazy?
Bruh said,
But
yeah.
'cause I like Trippie Redd, right? I like him, and project wise, he usually puts out okay projects. Yeah. He puts out a solid project, but either I gotta just be sad listening to this one, like just in a sad, down kind of demeanor, or it's just not good, and I don't know which one it is because I'm not really sad at this very second, so I'm just like,
Yeah, it's just like
Didn't he cheat on his girl?
I
And
don't.
that's where this album is
I
coming
personally don't believe that. Just knowing how this stuff works, but
That was the roll. You think that was the rollout?
yeah,
Okay.
why would it not? I mean, that's great
Yeah,
publicity.
I mean, good promo.
Great publicity.
That's terrible.
But you know. But I don't know. It was just a lot of skips. Like it was just like I would tune out and be like, oh, I forgot this was playing type of thing. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another run. I ran it once.
I heard the song with Wayne on it. It was okay.
It was okay. Like it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like I ain't turning it off or nothing.
It's just okay. I saved like 2 songs, and I think it had like 17 tracks.
Oh, Tanner, what's the
math on that?
What's the numbers on it?
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me see. It's how many tracks? It's 19 songs. I saved 3. I'm sorry. I saved 3 tracks. So
What's
I don't
the
know.
math?
We just not gonna talk about it.
I don't know. But anyway,
So 1.1.
I'm gonna give another run and give an update next week. I'm gonna give it one more run because I like Trippie Redd. But great week from everyone. Great week. Good week. Let's dive into rap news, and then we're gonna dive into the interview portion for Texaco. So, Tory Lanez got sentenced 10 years.
Man.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are not realizing Megan Thee Stallion didn't sue him. It was the state of California. So this is the state of California doing this judgment.
Yeah, well, he's getting hit with an assault with a deadly weapon, and then possession of a firearm.
Yeah.
So how many years do you normally get for that? Ain't it like 5?
He got off light.
Oh, thank you, Tim.
You shoot somebody in California with a gun you're not supposed to have. Yeah, he got off light.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do too much research, but I mean, didn't they say like I don't know about the gun original? So that's the only part I'm confused about. I think they said like it wasn't a way he could shoot the gun, but he shot the gun. So that's the only thing that make it confusing. It's like
I know what you're talking about. It was something like that, but
So didn't like a voicemail come out of him like apologizing?
Yeah.
That was basically like the nail
that's
in the
really
coffin,
what.
right?
Yeah.
They was like, all right, bro, you did it.
That did not help you whatsoever.
Yeah, because he was like apologizing, like saying I didn't mean to do that or some shit like that. Like,
don't do that on a phone.
yeah.
it's recorded.
Yeah, like you know it's recorded. I'm just gonna assume everything is recorded in jail. Like everything is recorded.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the thought process there.
Well then don't lie. You ain't gotta hide anything you said. Don't lie. That clears all of that. Don't lie.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have, Megan Thee Stallion didn't want to get him in trouble. If he didn't want to put it on blast and want everybody to know about what he did, none of this shit would be happening. If he would have shut his mouth, none of this shit would be happening.
But yeah, he got off super light though. Like he got sentenced to 10 years. They gonna make him do probably about 50. You get double time when you in the county in LA. So
I thought you had to do 85%.
yeah, so 85%. He doing what was that like 8 years?
I think it was like 8
8.5?
years or something like that.
8.5.
He might get out early if he behaved.
So he do 8.5 years, but he's already done a year in the county, so that counts as 2 years. Right, you get double time in the county.
Yeah. So like
every day is 2 days.
Oh.
So he already knocked off 2 years. So now you're looking at 6.5. Ain't no telling how long he gonna sit in the county before they process him and send him to prison. So he'll be home 2.5, 3 years.
you think?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm about to say.
because they'll probably give him good, but he'll be on his best behavior. He'll probably be in. I don't see Tory Lanez going gym pop, so he's probably gonna go protective custody, like a lot of rappers do, because it's just safer. I mean, it's not safe to be a famous person in general population prison. Yeah. So, he gonna be home about 3 years.
Thank you for breaking that down.
Yes. Tory did post on his story, and it just says, in no way, shape, or form was I apologizing for the charges I'm being wrongfully convicted of. I refuse to apologize for something I did not do.
So he's still holding it. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
Man,
He saying he innocent.
hey,
I mean, you gotta keep up the lie at this point.
everybody in prison.
That
innocent.
too. Yeah. You gotta
I'm not
keep
about
up
to
with
make
it
the
now.
scene and then be like, yeah, I did it. Well, duh.
Well, that's it. We have Akon. Akon says he wore fake Dior during the Drink Champs interview for clicks. He says, I knew that shit was going to raise engagement. The trio came from one of my Africans. I've always supported my Africans. We go hard for each other. I knew that shit was going to raise engagement. It only took one person to notice, and it's going to go crazy on the internet, and it did exactly what we wanted it to do.
I wasn't even paying attention.
I was like,
I wasn't either. I still gotta finish it, but
He was looking at what?
His hairline.
the hairline is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But the hairline is crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I bet that's a good interview though. I ain't watched it yet.
so far, what I watched, it is good.
Akon gives good interviews.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So far, it is good. But yep, that's Akon. And then we have Lizzo has been dropped from the Super Bowl halftime show consideration after being accused of sexual harassment and fat shaming by 9 ex-employees.
So did y'all hear this whole story?
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Like just Lizzo in general?
Yeah, no, this like where all the complaints of sexual like assault and all that shit comes into play.
Ain't it not necessarily sexual assault?
Nah, so it's really like, I mean, if they call it sexual assault, I don't know, but so basically she was on tour or whatever, and she took all her background dancers, and like all the people that are helping on the tour. They went out or whatever, and she was taking them like strip clubs and like these weird like sex fantasy places and stuff, and basically forcing these people to partake in
The activity.
Yeah, and kind of like selling it like, well, either you're gonna do this or you're not on tour. At least that's what they saying, allegedly. So that's kind of what got her in the news.
Yeah.
Damn, Lizzo.
It don't get any better for her though, because like it's a bunch of people coming out supporting them. Like some people from her team came out, even supporting it. And then it was this one person that was supposed to do a documentary of her, and she pulled out because of how she was treating her. And she even came out and spoke about like how she acts with her attitude and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they on her head.
Well, she's probably just, I don't know. Yeah. She probably a diva. I mean, she got a lot of money. She's super famous.
But I feel like she act like that because she's the type of person to use that card. You know?
Yeah.
The card.
What's the card?
See, we on a podcast.
Sorry, I want to get your candy.
No. I'm gonna say it because I'm fat. So she uses the fat card a lot. You know, it's like when she went to the basketball game, she had a butt out in front of all the
that
kids.
was a crazy clip.
Like it didn't matter about your size, because if it was anybody else, would have been like it's inappropriate. But you know, oh, you just don't like her because she's fat. If she was kidding, nah, it's just inappropriate. You can't just do stuff and be like, oh, you don't like it because of how I look. No, that's not the case. It's just there's a time and a place for everything, and you try to use that card to get through it.
That was crazy.
You're right.
Really
Because it's a crazy clip.
I just think it's funny. That when Lizzo first came out, everybody was like, y'all shouldn't be fat shaming her. Y'all shouldn't be blah, 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 all this shit.
Like,
and now she out here fat shaming people.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Look at what happens.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
She told one of her background dancers if she didn't lose weight, she wasn't going to be on the tour no more.
It's like,
That don't even make sense. That don't make sense.
if somebody said,
okay, so if you're a background dancer, if you start gaining a whole bunch of weight, you're probably not going to be able to perform as good.
I would say if her performance wasn't hindering from her gaining weight, then what we talking about?
If she was still
keeping up with everybody, what's the problem?
doing and not having any trouble with the
if
routine,
she doing what everybody else doing, then what's the problem?
that's just so funny to me. It's like everybody was on everybody's head, like, oh, y'all shouldn't be fat shaming her.
Right.
We love our big women, but she out here fat shaming people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will say, as a woman, women are mean.
Yo, yeah,
Very mean.
Oh, women are
very, very mean.
Women mean.
So like the things that we say we don't want other people to talk about, we do it to other people.
Oh yeah.
So you got to be a girl's girl in that. That's lame.
Yeah.
Very lame.
Yeah, I don't know what Lizzo got going on. She better pull it together though.
She's about to say that.
She about to lose it.
Yeah, she tripping.
Yeah.
Cause she losing a lot of deals.
Yeah, well, the only reason people supported her was because she was so body positive and all that shit. And now everybody realizing, that
that's
was
totally
all
fine.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
She tries to. What she sells is a positive image, just in general.
Yeah, but she a bitch behind the scenes.
Yeah, you can't be that. You gotta. If she got some rap in her, or she got some cap in her rap.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah.
It's all for show.
Yep, that's that. Speaking of Lizzo, did we discuss last week that Made in America got canceled? What is it?
No, we did not.
Yeah, so Made in America. So she was a headline. Yeah, she was a headline for Made in America this year.
And SZA was too.
And
right?
SZA was too.
It
And it got canceled. I don't know if it was because of that. But a lot of people are saying, one is just saying low ticket sales, but then two, I saw on Breakfast Club, they were just saying, okay, well, you can get another headliner. So it had to be low ticket sales because you can get another headliner. That's not a problem.
It was just probably just a perfect excuse.
Yeah. I mean, you can run with that and it can sound believable. Like, well, we don't support that, so we're just going to shut down the whole operation. Yeah.
The lineup was ass.
Yeah, the set
Sure was.
How did we go from last year's to this year's?
For it to be more expensive, too.
Because last year's Made in America was crazy.
Yeah. Well, oh well.
Dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
You know what it was? Beyonce was on tour, so all the attention was going to that.
Exactly. Everybody's spending money on Drake and Beyonce tickets.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah, I
care
mean-
about no festival right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, plus that's Beyonce and Hoes like festival,
Right,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
they wasn't paying no attention to it,
Right. It's
Because
just like,
I'm on tour right now. I don't give a fuck about that festival.
yeah, just throw these artists on here.
Exactly.
Throw a big name.
Lizzo.
They can't even
No
do
pun.
that.
But no pun. But
They can't even do that because even a big artist trying to tour right now too. Like everybody trying to tour.
everybody trying to tour right
Yeah.
now. And then once Travis get this tour rolling, it's
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean,
People ain't dropped music in like a year and a half. Everybody coming out the woodworks with the tour this year.
Yep. But that was all for rap news. That was all for rap news today. Let's dive into the interview portion of Texaco. Texaco, introduce yourself right quick.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Texaco.
Yeah.
I rap. Introvert. I love 2K. Love 2K. Love balling in real life too a little bit. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, no, I'm a real simple dude. I mean, I'm very unknown because I don't like to be seen a lot. I like to chill a lot.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the one thing about me.
So you more like in the crib type person?
Yeah, like I'm not good with social gatherings. Like, you know, I mean, I think it's more of an anxiety thing. Like I don't be nervous when I perform.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to just me being around a group of people, I don't talk as much. So it's like, you know, I prefer to just stay at the crib sometimes.
Word?
I feel that.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, same way.
That's something I'm trying to learn. Like, it's okay to just be at the crib.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. You don't always have to.
Yeah, because it's just like, you know, at first, you know, you kind of beat yourself up about it because, you know, everybody needs you here. You got to do this, got to do
Oh
that.
yeah.
But then it's like, you know, it's you. That's how I am. I can't force myself to be something I'm not. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I'm a unsocial social person. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like it takes time. So I don't beat myself about it like no more. But before I'm like, I gotta force myself to go here, do this, be with these people, chill with these people. Nah.
And what I realize, like, people don't get the real you when you put yourself in situations you don't want to be in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you have no idea who I am, because I came here, didn't want to be here, and just sat here and didn't say nothing to nobody, because I didn't want to be around none of y'all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But piggybacking off of that, as a rapper, I feel like you almost have to be out. Like, you know, like you know, for like interviews, for shows, for XYZ, you kind of got to be in the mix. Do you think that the fact that you do like to be at the crib, et cetera, do you think that affects
Oh yeah,
a lot of things?
A lot, because being an artist, you gotta give up everything. Really, like you don't have anything to yourself. Everything that you do has to be shown. So it's like you sacrifice your privacy, your personal life, like because you know in order to engage with the fans, you gotta let them know
What
who
you doing.
you are outside of everything. So it's like you know you don't really have a lot to yourself that you could just be like, "Whew, I could just chill." So like. It's definitely like stressful on that note because it's like even when you home, you still gotta, you know, let them in your life by some way, shape, or form. So it is.
Do you think that's made you be, like, more private?
Yeah, more than anything, yeah, because it's like, you know, the world is annoying. So, you know, even when it comes down to like females you talk to, even your parents, you know, like I tell my mom, like, don't comment on my stuff, don't follow me. Because, you know, she'll try to comment like, that's my son. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
'cause, you know,
fact.
people be annoying. People be like, oh, you text mom. No. I know your mom following you.
And that can be dangerous too.
Exactly.
Very
So
dangerous.
it's like, yeah. So that's the one annoying thing. Like, it's very stressful on that note.
Yeah. Fair. As far as shows, you know, I've seen you do shows in LA. I've seen you do shows in ATL, North, you know, Charlotte, all over. What is it about being on stage? Because you said, you know, you don't mind performing, you know, and that's in front of a crowd. You know what I'm saying? So what is it that takes the, I don't want to say shyness, but that takes that, you know, that heavy coat off of you? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would say it's kind of a difference, like performing, like, because there's different ways of performing. Some people performing as far as like auditions, talent shows, that's nervous because they're not really there for you. You know, they're there to see what you can do. But it's like when you're the person that they're there for, they already know about you. they fans, they listen to everything. So it's like when you get up there, you're not really nervous because when you look down and you see how they looking at you, you like, oh shit, y'all act like y'all seen a ghost. Like, so it's like, oh, it gets you comfortable because it's like y'all looking at me like I'm everything and above. So it's like, all right, cool, shit. Like, let's do it.
That's cool. And how does a Texaco show normally go? Is it very hype? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very low energetic guy now on the stage. Cause I mean, you get lazy. You know, people know your music. You tend to feel yourself a little bit. So you know, you get on stage. You know, you don't jump around like you used to. You don't try to make it too hype. Because you know, they hear the song, they go crazy because they're like, oh no, he's performing this. So so you just let the crowd take it over a lot. But it's definitely a good show.
Yeah. So. Okay. And speaking and just diving into the music, actually, let me rewind that back. So diving into the music, you have a very unique sound. I've said this all the time. Like, you have a very unique sound. Plug and B. Can you give the definition of plug and B?
I mean, plug and B for me is really, I wouldn't even say with the chords of the sound. I would say for me, it was authentic R&B and you rap over it. Because like when I first started doing about 2015, 2016, I actually did it on R&B beats. But the cadence was plugged because like the flow scheme, everything was plugged. But it was just on R&B beats. So plug and B, and at that time I was real cool with Autumn and Summers and them. So I would give Summers like the plug beats. And he would do plug and B over the plug, but I would do plug and B over R&B. So they really pushed like the plug and B mainstream for what they know for now with like, you know, the chords and everything. But me, I always kept it kind of like R&B. That's why to this day, like the samples and everything. That's what I do it as.
It kind of makes sense that you don't like or that you don't listen to a lot of rap music.
Yeah,
like that. It just makes more sense that you listen to R&B because that's just the type of sound that you enjoy. And you put it. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird style. It's very unique. Just to hear rapping on the kind of beats you rap over. Yeah, like you would expect, especially like if you had never heard your music and when the beats came out, you'd be like, oh, he about to sing.
Yeah, it's just like, because growing up, I always been real big on music. Like always, just listening to all types. I don't really discriminate whether it's like soft rock, you know, Fleetwood Mac, all of that. Like R&B really catches me though because with me, I feel like always, if the beat doesn't grab a hold of you, it's not a good beat.
Amen.
So you know,
Facts.
That's like why with rap it doesn't. I don't really like rap because the beats is hard, but the beats don't like pull you in. Like the R&B, you sit there, the chords, you know, the progressions, it pulls emotion out of you, makes you feel a certain type of way, and that's how I want. Sometimes I just want the music to speak, and you know, I do whatever over it. But I like the beat itself to have like a personality too.
So
when did you really start getting into like making music, like taking it serious?
I'd say about like 17.
17?
I dropped out and I was like, damn, I ain't doing nothing but playing 2K all day. So I asked my stepdad, like, buy me a laptop and a mic. And he bought me like a Blue Yeti and a regular like Asus. And then I just started teaching myself.
So you make all your beats as well?
Sometimes. But I got a couple producers that I talk to.
Where?
Well, it was about growing up. But anyway, you played football. You played football, right? Yeah, played football. Yeah. What position?
I played running back and middle linebacker.
Okay. To rewind back to Plug and B, I think it's crazy that you was not in that SoundCloud documentary.
I know. No, it's crazy because, to be honest, all right, let me tell you how.
Yeah, because that's crazy. When I literally watched it for the first, my friend Seed, she sent it to me, and I was like, oh, Texaco gotta be in this. I mean, it's about that lane, you know, the whole Plug and B, yada yada. I watched the whole thing, and I was like, what?
I'm gonna tell you how, because I know everything about from the beginning to now. This is how they fucked up horribly.
Yeah, they did fuck up. I gotta agree.
It was originally gonna be on Vice, like Vice.
That makes sense.
I think a year and a half before everything came out, I was talking to one of the guys, and basically, he would at first it wasn't even them pulling up on us. It was just they was getting all of us on. I think it was like Skype calls and everything, you know, interviewing us about it, and they'll record and everything to put it in there. Eventually that didn't fall through. So then one day, I found out what happened because one of the people that was in the documentary, I'm not going to say his name, that I ended up putting on, that got in the documentary after the first edition fell apart, kind of like fucked up and told me about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they doing it. But then, like, by that time, they switched the whole narrative. At first, it was going to be about the history, but, like, how it started, everybody involved.
Yeah.
And then they got lazy and was just like, fuck it, we're going to do Atlanta only.
Right.
But the part about it was that half of the people in there weren't from Atlanta.
True. Yeah, true.
Half of the people in there weren't from Atlanta at all. Like, it was probably like 3 Atlanta people in there. You probably had Mexico Joe. You had 10K in there.
Yeah.
Other than that, the rest, nobody from there. I think the closest one probably Alpharetta. Everything else was out the way. Like, I'm like, they not even from there.
Yeah. And it's Atlanta. It's an Atlanta-based video.
Yeah. Like, they was putting people in there talking about Plug and B that literally just came out that year, trying to interview them. Like, they have nothing to do with how it broke. They don't know nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because it was a great video. You know, just production wise, it was a great video. But you know, if we talk about Plug and B, I'm like, you gotta throw text in the conversation.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
you have to. It's a, you know, it's like saying Travis Scott or Cardi. You don't throw rage. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that was crazy. I always want to ask you about that. Like, no text. That's wild. So anyway, so about music, your recording style. How is it when you record? Because don't you record yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the a studio session for Texaco?
Yeah, it's very. I mean, for me, it would be funny if somebody hear it because I freestyle, so I'll just say whatever. So I sit down, kind of like this, in a regular chair, got the mic set up, and then I get on FL just to record the raw vocals, cut on the autotune, of course, and I just
Yeah.
like, and I just keep on doing that for like a minute and a half, and I have a whole song done. I listen to it, ad lib it out, then I extract it, put it in the other software where I mix it, make it sound good. I do my little DJ stuff. That's it. But just real simple and smooth. Like,
damn. Do you record like at night a lot, or is this like just whenever?
oh, it got to be nighttime, honestly, because like it really, like, I'm the type of person. It really depends. Like with me, I like to do one song a day, put all my energy into one song. Because you know, if you try to knock out as many, you know, you could make a lot of songs, but you're not putting no effort.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
the
like
quality.
when
Quality
you sit
goes
back
down.
and just be like, tonight I'm gonna find the right beat. And I'm going to make that shit sound fire. Like, you can really make one song sound great. So it's like, I try to just live with myself one day, spend like an hour, whatever I got to do to make it sound good.
So, well, since you say that, I would assume you have tons of songs in the vault.
Oh, tons.
Like,
I got probably like 600.
Dang.
But like, and that's what makes it hard though. Because you listen, you make one song, you're like, this shit is it. This is it. And then you make a song the next thing, you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you keep on making this is it every day.
Right.
And then you got a whole.
Nothing comes out.
You know, you got like 20 gigabytes of this is it.
Right.
So, you being an introvert, I'm assuming you just like being at the house recording. You don't really like to go. Do you like going to studios or?
I had horrible experiences.
Really?
Because, you know, I record different than everybody. When I'm not loud. So I don't really be in the mic like, like I'm in the mic, I'm like I speak clear enough to where you hear everything, but you like, it'll be people around me sometimes when I'm recording. I'll make a whole song, they be like, I didn't hear you say nothing. And like, but that's just how I record. Like, I'm just like very calm and subtle with it. And like, I remember one time I went to the studio like a year and a half, and I was like, never again. I'm in there, I'm trying to record regular, like just, and they kept on cutting me off to like, you need to speak up, more energy. You need to. I'm like, you can't tell me how I'm supposed to record.
Like,
like,
that's your style.
You can't tell me how I see my song becoming. And after that, I was just like, I can't do it. So I was like, I just got to do it by myself.
I'm assuming it was hard anyway because you were so used to doing it on your own.
Oh
anyway.
yeah, of course. Having somebody else control it, like, you don't know how they mix. They mixing it, they think it's fire. You like, this is horrible. Like, you know. So it was just a whole lot of just confusion. Like, I don't like that. I like everything to go like that.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed that you do that I really fuck with is like you stack a lot, and that's something I call like toppings. It's like you can have the bread, you know, the meat, the cheese, but you gotta throw in the jalapenos, the banana peppers, the lettuce, the tomato.
Exactly.
You know, it's a lot of like in a Texaco song. It's a lot of different sounds, and I'm like, damn, I wonder how many like layers he got.
Yeah. I mean, it really just depends. Sometimes, you know, you could blend it in with the beat. Like, sometimes I like to blend in the melody with the beat to the point where it's kind of like it fades into the beat, so you don't know if it was me or the melody. So sometimes, I might do like 2-3 stacks over. I might do 4, and I might pair them out just so like you could hear, like you can like realize like, oh shit, different notes, different levels, like type stuff like that. But I'm really big on that because when I mix, like I probably sit there for like 20-30 minutes and just be like, all right, it gotta sound perfect.
Yeah. Let's talk about your newest project, Text Volume 2. Hardcover, by the way. I forgot bro's name that do the art, but I've been following him for a minute. Ain't like Scott or something, or Dream Scott, something like that. But let's talk about your latest project, and I'm gonna let you know what my favorite project is. But let's talk about Text Volume 2. I see that it is 15 songs. I see you got Bad Boy Bendo on there, Vontae. You got Bass TJ, Boot Pack Mookie. How was it creating this project?
I mean, this one was really one of the only projects I dropped where it was really older music more than anything. A lot of them songs were older, with exceptions of like probably the last song on there and like 2 other ones. But everything else was really just pre-recorded older tracks that like some fans wanted, and that I was just like, I gotta put these out because like a lot of me and my friends were really like, we hate labels. So like with Mookie, exactly. Like me and Mookie, we like to do music together. What messes us up is the business. Yeah. Because, he had a manager at the time that hated that I was with another company, so he wouldn't let us do no music. Dang. So it was to the point where we were like, fuck, man, if we do music, I just got to drop it solo. Like, we can't even let it go through nobody. Like, because it's just too much drama. So a lot of that, I was just trying to just let that go, let that be out there just independently, so I wouldn't have to, like, deal with it, because I knew I really couldn't do nothing else with some of those songs.
Yeah. It's a very solid project. My favorite song on there is probably "Stay With Us" or "I'm Okay."
"Stay With Us" was like 2 years old. Wow,
that's dope. "In Your Mind," that sounds very good. But I would say my favorite project by you is "Texaco," easily. Me and my my homegirl Seed, I run that project at least once a week, at least. Like that's a.
Texaco, I'm trying to remember like the whole process of making that. I mean,
that got me and her on there. But you, She Thought, ODE to the 4, Rap Star, and it came out on my birthday, September 2nd, 2022. But yeah, very very solid project. But speaking of labels and business, I'm sure you have had labels reach out to you maybe for distribution or just overall contract. Yeah. Are you strong on staying independent, or is it kind of like if the right opportunity opens up, then we'll see what goes on?
I mean, I'm all about opportunity, but then again, it's like, because when you start talking to these people, they're very, very flimsy. So it's like, you'll have one person on you, like for instance, I was very cool in touch with this man named Success Davis, vice president at Atlantic. Okay. He just like he really been on his shit this year because he signed what's that man name? Old dude from Memphis. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem. I do it. Fuck him ass nigga.
Finesse 2 times.
Yeah, he signed him when he got out. So, but before he even signed him, actually, we was talking for like a year straight because he wanted to sign me. Like he was like, I wanted da. But they just so flimsy, and it's like to the point where it's like even when you talk to them, you want to do a deal, you don't trust them. Because once they start moving a certain way, falling out of touch, coming back, it's like you don't really feel comfortable dealing with them companies at that point. Because it's like, at that point, it's just like, nah, y'all don't see me the way that I see myself being presented. Right. So a lot of times, I try to just stay independent, which is a hard thing to do because, it sacrifices. Like you could sign with a label, become a big name, probably not have as much money, but they put you in the right spots. But I mean, I'm all about making the most money.
Yeah. I mean, why would he not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially coming from somebody. I mean, you mix your own stuff. I'm assuming there's not a lot of money being cut out of your process. I mean,
exactly. And then like
you record yourself, you produce, you mix. I mean, you kind of
one man machine.
Yeah,
exactly.
Kind of taking all the people that you would have to pay out of it.
So it's kind of like, yourself. Well, what can you do for me exactly that I can't? I'm sure you can open a lot of doors in terms of features, shows, placement, yada yada. But like at the end of the day, if I really wanted to, I'm sure I could.
Yeah, then it really just really comes into trusting them too, because like I said, they're very flimsy. Like they move very weird. So it's like you don't want to make that wrong decision and then sign that paper, and then now you stuck with somebody that sold you a dream. Now they just like, oh, we cool, we got them, we just gonna chill for now. So it's like it's a difficult process to go through because it's like a whole lot of issues, especially like if you like, because I had a manager. So then it's like it's tough because you got a manager, they telling you this, you talking to these companies, so you got to deal with so many, you know, opinions and you know, you don't know what to do. You know, probably you might have a money hungry manager, where he necessarily don't care about nothing you do in your career, but if you see a bag, he wants you to pick it up. Yeah. So it's like all because he won his cut, you know. So then you got to deal with people like that, which I had to deal with, which is very annoying. Because they don't really care about your career. They just care about, hey, they offering money, take it so I can get my cut. Like,
Right.
So, you know, it's a very annoying thing.
I'm assuming you've had a lot of conversations with a lot of flimsy record labels.
Yeah, a lot.
So that probably left like a bad impression as well.
Of course. Like,
it's like, all right, every single one of y'all that I talk to is the same way.
Copy paste.
Like ruined a lot of friendships too with artists that I was cool with. Especially with that Dreaming Of song. Me and Tanner, like, we cool, but like we not cool like we used to be because of that. Because the label he was with, the A&R, you know, he wanted me to sign with them. Yeah. He was like, this is what I'm gonna do. And then only thing I got a problem with is when people try to take credit for something that they didn't do.
Ooh, yes.
So it's like, all right, I'm cool with that. But he wanted to try to take credit for making a song what it was, and I'm like, you ain't do nothing. That's all me. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't like that. But basically, you know, he was trying to hold over my head. Nah, if y'all want to do a video to this song, if you want to push it any further, you got to give me the song. You got to sign with us. Oh. If you don't sign with us, he's not going to be in no video. Y'all not doing no shows. Y'all not doing nothing together. And I didn't sign.
Yeah, it's just like, well, all right, then, fuck it.
So he kind of just like blocked the contact. Like, no, y'all not doing no video, no none of that, man.
That's why getting in the way of the music.
Exactly, but that's how crazy it is with the business. Like, you know, they ruin shit like that.
Man. And very quick to drop someone too. I've seen so many artists that they're buzzing, yada yada. They might drop a project or something. They don't perform well.
Out of here.
They out of here. All right, we gotta get them out of here.
Or they put you up on the shelf.
Yeah, like,
all right, you just stay there.
Well, you had your time. Yeah. Time to go find the next. You know, next young nigga.
Honestly, for real.
So, I do hate that though. That sucks, especially when business comes into friendships and relationships, and because I don't know, something you just like, damn, like this wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, because you know,
and now we here.
Because it was crazy. Because like the whole story with like Tanner, like no funny shit. I remember me and somebody found Tanner. Yeah. When he had like 200 plays. Like when he dropped Prada, and it was out for like a month. Probably had like 100 plays. We did like, bro, you fired as fuck. Fuck with us. We're gonna get you right. Fucked with us. Made a couple songs. We told him delete Prada, drop it later. Yeah. Did that. Blew up. Everything was going right. Everything, you know. We made, you know, Dreaming Of Late Night. We made that all in one day. Because he was like, because he hit me up. Literally what everybody do. From Lossy to everybody else that I'm cool with. I want to do some of that plug and B shit. So, you know, he sent me, I sent him Dreaming Of because I made the beat. So I'm like, bet, get on it. Did that. And then he was like, I want to do an R&B song, but where do you get them beats? So I hit up one of my producers, gave me the beat, sent it to Tanner. He sent it back, and we got both of them songs done in one day. So, yeah.
Because I see right here, it got 10 million on Spotify.
Yeah.
Damn. Speaking of another song, you had a song go viral. You actually have had a couple songs that really do numbers. You know, if we're speaking numbers, they really do numbers. But I know Will Smith posted a video, I think with Jada maybe or whatever on Instagram, and it had your song Walkie Slush, and that went up on TikTok, like up. I remember my god sister, she sent it to me. She was like, "Ain't this Texaco?" I was like, "Yeah, like that's it's crazy." How was, and correct me if I'm wrong, but how was it having this first like major hit and handling? Because I'm sure you had opinions in one ear, opinions in, you know, this and that. So how was it
stressful
when that moment came? How was when that moment came?
I was a young dude. I made Walkie Slush weird too. I rolled out to bed 3:00 in the morning.
And what year was this?
This was like 20.
Was it 2021?
Probably something. Yeah. Okay. And it was December too, like December the 1st or a week before that. And you know that the meme was already going around. Yeah. And then I'm on TikTok one night Now my friend Ali, he always just send me clips of beats. Like, you got to rap on it. Sent me the beat, right? The producer was some 12-year-old kid.
Wow.
The beat was hard. So he like, bro, make the song. I roll out to bed 3 o'clock in the morning, literally recorded, uploaded it, and went to sleep. 2 weeks later, So then by that time I didn't have no manager, no nothing though. So I get a manager, and by that time, you know, everything was just annoying because it's like, you know, they don't see anything but that. And it's like, I understand because, you know, it's the song. Yeah. But then it's like, the one thing that pissed me off is that I'm like, bro, that song is really one of nothing because I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, like that ain't even nothing for real.
And I'm like, y'all not seeing the other shit I got. So it's like, I'm talking to these companies. Like, I understand we're doing business. You want to fuck me? You want to fuck the song? But then it's like, after they talk about the song, it's like, oh, you. I'm like, nah. It got to be me, period. So, like, you start to see, like, all right, like, a lot of them just want to use me for the one song, and they just go. And I wasn't fucking with that. So, that was probably, like, my introduction to just seeing, like,
because it was going crazy. It really was.
And then it did it a couple times, so because it's not like it just went viral at one time. Like, did it that first time because of the Walkie Slush meme. Then the second time, all, like, the big influencers got on it for a different trend. And then Will Smith smacked the nigga.
That was dope.
Yeah, and it really went big because he smacked the nigga. So like, if you would have never smacked him, you know, like, because I remember, like, it was funny because now, like, no funny shit. I seen the meme. I mean, I seen a video. I was at Benihana. I was picking up some shit for me and my girl. So I see him make this video. I'm like, this shit is fire. I'm like, oh, Will Smith did this shit. I get in the car. They like, Will Smith just smacked this nigga. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, like, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so in like 15 minutes, it went from me like, oh shit, to like, oh shit. So, you know, I was like, all right, bet. I fuck with it.
Damn. Yeah, that was crazy. When all that was happening, I was like, yeah, like he up. That's what's up. And it's cool to see because, you know, you around in the same area, and I'm like, that's going up. That's going stupid.
Plus, that's just like shit falling into place.
Yeah,
like, that's just perfect timing. Like,
it's perfect, especially with knowing that story. You just got up out of bed. It was just like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, man, y'all stress over this. I'm like, I made this song in like 5 minutes. Like, I didn't care about it. I just did it because my friend told me to do it.
That's crazy. Well, shout out Ali, shout out him. But bouncing off of that, I did have this question. What do you think goes into having a hit? Like, what makes a hit to Texaco?
I mean, for me, I feel like what makes a hit is
on a public scale. Because you might think something hit, you know, and it might not be vice versa. But on a public scale for the music industry, what goes into a hit or what makes a hit?
The song got to be addicting. And when I say addicting, not addicting as if like it's repetitive all the time. Like, if you're able to play a song and then play it back and play it back, if it has replay value, it's a hit. That's the number one thing. But that's why I like to make my music short, though. I like to make it great but short. Replay value. Because replay value is really everything in this generation. Right. So I feel like, you know, it has to be repetitive. And also, it has to touch emotions. You know? The best, if you think about the best songs in the top of your head, if you think about top 5, top 10 songs, all of them emotionally affect you some way, shape, or form. So it has to have an emotional attachment, and it has to have the replay value. Because like the greatest songs ever written all have emotional attachments, and they all have replay value. That's why they play to this day.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
That's a good take. Good take. But okay, that's I could agree. Do you think the beat plays way more into than the lyrics or maybe the length of the song or et cetera, et cetera?
I really feel like it's a mix of both. I would say definitely the beat now. Definitely, because now everybody sounds alike. So, you know, everybody sounds alike, but they try to switch up the beat. Yeah. But I mean, it's really the same person, just a different beat. So I would definitely say now it's more of the beat than the person, because when you think about anybody new that came out, there's nothing different about them. Everybody is really the same as the last person that came. It just might be their beat selection. Like you got Yeet. You know, before Yeet did what he did now, Yeet was a plug artist. He made music with us. So all he did was take his plug and his cadence and just put it on them beats. So, you know, if you put him on a plug beat, it's gonna sound exactly the same. But he just shifted it to a different beat, which made it a different focus.
Okay.
That was a great way to break that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree with you. Today is all about the beat.
Yeah.
Really, not even today. It's always been about the beat.
Because I think that's the first thing, aside from the baby, but that's the first thing. that's the first thing that you hear whenever a song's about to play. You know, the first kind of, I used to say like maybe first 7-10 seconds, you hearing the beat. If the beat don't sound good, I'm already kind of like, you know, all right.
Well, that's exactly what you said. It's like if the beat don't grab you in the first 10, 15 seconds, I mean, you probably just don't need to make the song.
Yeah. But I do feel like producers. I do feel like producers are in danger though in this generation. I feel like
and why's that?
I feel like this is a bad time for producers, and the reason why I say is because if you think about music, hip hop in general, and just how the stature has always been, there's always been your top producers. Yeah. You know, it's always been, no matter what level you at, mainstream, underground. Yeah. The producers you have to work with. You know, now it's really just anybody. Yeah. So like now it's kind of like, for instance, like when you think about it, 2016, 2017, Metro Boomin was that nigga. He still is that nigga. But necessarily, you don't need a Metro Boomin no more. Like you needed him. You don't need.
You don't. Yeah,
you don't need. DJ Mustard like you needed that nigga in 2015. You know, because you can go get another nigga that make DJ Mustard beats. And because back then, if you had another Metro Boomin, niggas would be like, "Fuck no, I'm fucking with Metro. I'm not gonna fuck with you. You just copying them."
Right.
Now nobody cares. Yeah. So now you got copycat producers of this producer, this one, and nobody cares no more. Nobody's like, oh, but he make the same shit as him. They're like, nigga, the beat fire. It don't matter if he copy him. We're gonna rap on it. So that's why
you're right though.
Producers are in danger because like it's hard to really build your rep as a producer because everybody's stealing off of everybody, and it's like nobody's being like, hey, you're stealing shit. You know, you don't have your own sound. You know, everybody just got the same sound. They just like, fuck it. Whoever get chose, get chose.
Yeah. That's
another great take.
Yeah, I mean
that's it's a fact. I do think the ease of accessibility just to make music nowadays does hurt. Not even just the producers, just everybody. Oh yeah, in general, because anybody can make music.
Yeah, you can record anywhere now. Yeah, you can get beats from anywhere now. You can bite someone's entire flow, swag, but if it sounds cool,
if you nobody cares. Than them, it don't matter.
Then who cares?
Just take everything that they did. You sound better with it.
Yeah, who cares? Dang.
Yeah, and that puts everybody in danger. And then you got the AI shit coming out. Now everybody in danger.
That's fucking things.
The AI shit is scary.
Like for photos, videos, music, I think all things media.
Right, that shit is
AI
scary.
is fucking things up.
AI is scary.
Cause I mean, you gotta think at the end of the day, it's like I can either make this robot pay, I don't know, $1,000 is going to do it all the time, or pay this person. You know what I'm saying? It's like who might not show up, who might not have that same type of style that I was rocking with.
And they changing the rules and shit for AI. They changing the rules of the Grammys
because you gotta
think and shit, man.
Even when like those Drake songs that was going viral and they're fake AI songs, okay, it might not sound exactly like Drake, but it sounded like Drake. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can really make a song today, do whatever to get an AI Drake generated voice, say it's featuring Drake, and until someone says that is not Drake and prove it.
Well, so
who are you to say that ain't Drake? You know.
And
what
the
I'm
crazy thing is, so they changed the rules to the Grammys where, so you know the dude that like makes the AI Drake stuff. So you have to write the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
And then he raps.
Right.
It's just the AI raps the lyrics in Drake's voice.
Right.
Right. He could win a Grammy.
Yeah.
For songwriting.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Just using somebody else's voice.
Yeah.
Or say somebody used AI to write the song and then they rapped it.
Right.
Right. So really took all the talent out of it other than delivery.
Right.
Right. You didn't write the song. You didn't come up with the flow. All you did was deliver it the way AI told you to deliver it. You could win a song of the year.
Yeah.
Performing Grammy. Like
crazy.
That's so like
it's like, what are we doing here? Like we taking people out of music, which is gonna probably ruin music.
Exactly.
That's gonna ruin it because one, it's the easy way out.
And they fucking these classics up, bro. Yeah. All these remakes is killing me.
Yeah. I heard a Mariah Carey and Yeet remake.
No,
And
that
I'm
was fire.
example.
That
It's
beat
just
fire.
like,
Okay.
it's just like, dang, like
You
that's
know,
crazy.
All artists feel like they got to remake a classic song made in the last
That
10
too.
years
No,
to
that-
make
no.
it go viral. It's like that's not
And
the
throw some
case.
trap beats over it, call it a day.
Yeah, you know, make it sound like you could twerk to it, and it's a hit. And I'm like, nah, like it's horrible.
You
man.
go up in the club, you good.
I'm saying.
Yeah, like
People scared to make their own hits. They over here taking hits to make a hit. Like, just make your own hit.
Yeah.
I miss when people let music breathe, because then
Exactly.
now you got to keep constantly making something. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't have time to really rest and be like, okay, well, let me think of something else.
what's your thoughts on that in terms of even you, but people,
Yeah.
but artists? Just do you think are you team A with dropping music consistently, keep dropping, or are you kind of okay, I just dropped the project, I'm gonna let it rest, I'm gonna build up and move that way?
I'm always being consistent, but it depends. It's a difference between just
It does depend.
flooding, just a flood, and then giving out consistent good music. Now, consistent good music, you take your time, you really care about it. That's good, but a lot of artists don't do that. A lot of artists just flood because they know with the algorithm and just everything in general, if your name is everywhere, everybody gonna see your name, they're gonna click more. So they just drop, and it's like that's a problem. Because even if you do got a hit in there, nobody's never gonna know because you flood so much that you're not gonna get the attention.
That too.
So it's like I'm all about being consistent. It just has to make sense.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people mess themselves up. You got great music, but when you just throw a bunch out there, some of them great hits in that bunch never get recognized.
Correct.
And you mess yourself up.
So in terms of you dropping music, like how do you really plan it out? Like, or do you even have a plan, or do you just like, well, I like these 15 songs, let's put it out?
Yeah, I never have a plan. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Word?
If I decide to come out
Is
with
that a good thing or a bad thing?
it works against you and it works with you. It depends. Sometimes, because, I got a lot of music, but I always make new music. So sometimes, I might drop a snippet that go crazy, but I make like 10 more songs and I forget about that.
Yeah.
A year later, they asking me like, damn, nigga, when you dropping it? And I'm like, oh, I forgot about
Y'all want that for real.
Then eventually I might be like, oh, I'll drop an EP, put that on there for y'all. But, me, I don't never really have a plan. Because me, like I said, I'm always working on music, so I can't never commit myself to being like, all right, this song is so good, I'm going to drop it in 4.5 weeks. Because I might make another song the next day that's like, all right, I want to drop that one instead of this one. Like, I got 2 songs I made this week, and the first one I was like, nah, this shit is it. And then I made another one, and I'm like, nah, this shit better. So, like, I can't never make up my mind. It's always really I wake up and be like, fuck it, we're going to just put this out.
Yeah.
So once you drop, do you have a certain amount of time you like to wait until you drop something else, or like you just don't? It's just however you feeling.
Yeah.
It's really however you feel. It's kind of like, when anybody do something, you all, you going to be glued in on it, checking in on it all the time, So, of course, I drop something, my eyes is glued on it. I'm like, how's it doing? About 3 days and I forget about it. And then I'm like, all right, next song. Like,
Yeah.
So how do you go when you actually do sit down and drop an album or EP? How do you decide what goes on what and what doesn't?
Yeah, now that's a tough one. I'm not going to lie. Like, because I always do the same thing. Look through my phone, look at all them files, and I play it. And I try to, like, make it make sense. Like, I don't like to just put songs together.
You know, like a playlist EP.
Yeah, it gotta, like, everything has to match the moods of the songs, everything. So it take me a minute. And then after I do that, I might, sit with 2-3 of my friends, play the songs, let them put a check mark, a X, whatever, or tell me what I should do differently. And then after that, I'll drop it. But, like, it takes me, like, even the day that I'm going to drop it, I'm probably still deciding what I want to put on there while I'm putting it on there. Like, even while I'm uploading, I'm like, I'm going to take this out. Like, so even with the Text Volume 2, it was like 2 songs. I kept the title the same, but the name of the songs weren't even them names. I was just like, I'm switching the files.
Okay. That's
So,
a cool process.
How much, you said you let 2 or 3 people hear it before you drop it. How much does their opinion affect what goes? Like, do you take it heavy consideration, or you kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Like, oh,
you think
you
it that
tripping.
way. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep doing what I was planning to do anyway.
Since I'm always sitting on so much music, I'm always open for criticism because, I always know something could be better.
Yeah.
Sometimes, they might say they don't fuck with the song, and I fuck with it, and they probably don't see what I see. So I'll probably be like, you got to give it some time. You probably don't see it the way I see it.
Yeah.
But you probably got to hear it in a different environment or something for you to be like, and then you'll be like, okay, you was right. But you know, I definitely get them involved because I need all opinions always.
Yeah.
Which is very important. Do you think I would throw you in the category of like a SoundCloud legend? Respectfully, I would throw you in that convo. Do you think SoundCloud still to this day plays a huge role into an artist's career? Maybe that's the way
I feel like now more than ever, because when we first started, you know, they didn't care about SoundCloud because one, you know, labels didn't care about that. Labels were more, that's why us early artists, we had to get with Spotify and stuff like that. We low-key had to do it the harder way because they'll be like, okay, we see you got millions of plays on SoundCloud, but for us, the label, it doesn't earn us any money. We only earn money off of Spotify, Apple. So we had to take that route. And then by the time they did start like messing with, you know, underground, I hated SoundCloud because I felt like they were taking advantage of us. Like, you know, they were just, you know, because nobody knew of SoundCloud until underground music, until Plug.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's like we are a big reason why y'all are functioning. And I feel like they just tried to take advantage of our sound and not give us no recognition or nothing. So by that time, I hated them, but I can admit now, because the way that labels do now, they take a lot of things and factor that don't benefit them because of the image of the artist. So now SoundCloud does matter to labels like TikTok does and everything else, because now they look at that and they're like, okay, like if you're going to drop an album, we could talk to SoundCloud. We get them to make you a playlist or put you on the front of the playlist for whatever. So now it definitely does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely throw you in them SoundCloud conversations, most definitely. Just a few more questions.
Oh yeah.
First of all, you cool with Summers?
Mm-hmm.
Cool with Cash Dami?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Hey,
Nah, I'm good. Nah, you cool.
I asked that because one of my favorite songs by you, ironically, is "Laugh at It," and I saw that was a diss track, and that's actually one of my favorite songs by you.
Yeah.
But okay, that's fine. Cool. But do you have any collaborations that you want to happen? Like, is there any artists out right now that you definitely trying to work with?
Oh yeah. I mean, artists that I kind of worked with before that I want to work again with, that I will, definitely Tony.
Okay, yeah.
Because me and Tony already got unreleased, but I feel like we could make better music. You know?
Right.
Because it's only it's not really a lot of artists that I link with, and we make music, and it's like boom, like him and Mookie, we all have the same type of style. We sit down and do the same thing. Like, I'll probably go in the kitchen, and then Mookie walk right in the kitchen like, I just finished, bro. Your turn.
Yeah.
And then I'll go and record, and I'll be like, all right, the whole song done. Like, just quick, but it's always perfect every time because the chemistry and everything. So I always say, like, I always look forward to making music with Tony, Booth. Anybody else? I'm not even really trying to make music with any more rappers. I'm really trying to like branch out, like, you know, because I'm like, my music is so heavenly. I said heavily, heavily, like melodic. I want to like start working with singers and stuff, like actually, you know, utilizing that.
That could be beautiful. I saw that you did a joint with Soldier Brat, and that because I mean, she wasn't really rapping. It was like a rap singing, but like I see that does work and it sounds great.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
working with the singing voice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you sing?
Can you?
Man, look, at chorus I was bass, so I don't say. I
So
can
you was
sing.
a
You was in chorus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took chorus like 3 years of high school actually.
Okay.
So, but I was the bass. So, you know, they kind of let you sing. They kind of don't. Sometimes you could sneak in the alto, get a couple notes in before you catch you. But other than that, though, I mean, I could sing, but I can't really throw them vocals down like I be thinking I could.
You can hold a tune.
Yeah, I could. I'm good with enhancing the melody, helping to carry. Like I throw in the little extra that make it ooh. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need somebody.
I need that
somebody
clip.
to throw the melody in there for me though.
Right,
I got you.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, need somebody to throw the assist for sure. That's funny. But okay. That's really actually no. I'm sorry. I got this thing where I let Seed ask one question.
All right, one question from C.
Yeah. One question from Seed. She said, "My bad. I should have had this up." Crap.
All right, so while he looking for that, I do got a question, kind of taking it back a little bit. So you say you started making music when you were 17.
Yeah.
Was it immediately plug and B, or was it? What did it sound like when you first started?
All right, so back then I remember. I think the reason why, because let me see. I think I heard Uzi Super Saiyan freestyle, and then I heard Cardi Broke Boy,
Okay.
and I was like, all right, like I was addicted to both of them songs, but I couldn't rap like no Uzi. But Cardi was more relatable. So, but I found a producer at the time, Texaco Dro. This before anybody was like big. He had a page full of his beats too. Ooh, stole them all. Stole every one of them because I knew them shits was gonna blow up. I stole them.
Yeah.
And like the good thing about his beats though, his beats was kind of already plug and be oriented.
I got you.
Because the way that his beats was back then, he already had the chord progressions and everything with the plug drums.
Yeah.
So literally that's what I used to do. Like I used to kind of have like a plug and be origin of it already with the melodies and everything. That's why like when I started being cool with Summers was always like, send me them Mexico drill beats, send me them cool beats, because I'm trying to make a plug and be song because that's what I would do on them. So then he'll be like, nah, send me them. I'm trying to do it. And I'm like, bet, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I definitely did because at first it was no producers making beats like them. Even like, Zangang, when Zangang first started out, he was more heavily trap. So he just made like hard trap beats. And I ain't gonna lie, gang, quality was horrible. Like it was horrible. Like it was like the bass was distorted. Like his beats were
It was just mixed mad.
it used to be like unrappable. So before like he got his stuff right, like a year and a half later, his beats was just loud and just distorted. So and then nobody really knew about plug at the time. Like even producers, nobody did. So even when people heard Cardi Broke Boy, they're like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Like it sounds good, but we don't know what this is. Like the notes, the plug,
Some type of new sound.
yeah,
coming.
like this shit sound good, but we don't know. So it's like only places you get them beats from was like the plug, which was stupid cool. Mexico Dro, I went to their page and stole their beats.
Yeah.
They was the only one making them beats. And I was like, bet I'm gonna finesse this shit. And that's what I was doing.
So when you first started, it was just rapping?
No. I never just started off rapping. I did auto-tune from the jump.
Yeah. So, well, I kind of meant like, when did you get into making your own plug and B beats?
I would say around, like 2018. Because I had this one producer I met. And he used to make beats kind of just like that.
Yeah.
But like he used to sample and everything. I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. Teach me how to make beats. Because I'm like, I be wanting to do that. So he taught me. It took like a week and a half to get it right. But then after that, I started making my own. And then from there, boom.
Word. And then when did the mixing and mastering come into play?
Whew. I think that was a work in progress. That shit probably took me like 3 years.
Yeah.
Because it really just took like getting the right materials on top of that.
Yeah.
Just like you want it to sound right, you got to buy the right stuff too. So.
Yeah, the right plugins, right software, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
right mics, all of that.
Yeah.
So it really took me, now I'm finally good because I got the right equipment. Really, I would say it took me this year. Because really, when you start, you got to learn about what you're using. You can have the plugins, you can have the EQs, the compressors. But if you don't know what the hell
they do.
because you can have a preset, but it's like the preset don't matter. You got to know like all the frequencies on the EQ, know what the frequencies do for your voice, know what the compressor does, the ratios. Now that I finally, know what everything means, I would say I finally know everything. Now I know how to sound, make it sound exactly how I want it to sound.
Yeah.
Because before, I used to do shit and I'm like, damn, I don't know how to make it sound any better. I fucked up. And I give up. Because I didn't know that you could go to your compression and tweak the threshold or
And
the
the attack
ratio.
time and all that stuff.
Yeah, like that I wasn't aware of. Now I know that, so now I can finally just move it just right.
Yeah, I can understand the mixing being the hardest, probably the hardest part.
But it's perfect when it comes together though.
Yeah.
the last question, which is coming from Z. We see that you do a lot of local shows, but can we expect a multi-city tour or something? Or can we expect like a tour from you?
Mm-hmm. I was really trying to do more stuff out the country first.
Oh,
but
nice.
I'm definitely planning. I've been in talks with like doing like a multi-city tour. It just really depends where. I mean, I would love to do New York, L.A., Houston. Yeah. It'll probably be spread out like that though.
Right.
I'd probably say about good like 4 or 5 cities, but definitely L.A., Houston, New York, all on the list.
Yeah, those are the big hitters. You gotta hit.
Those are the hubs right there, and that's like really the biggest attraction of my fans too. So
okay,
but people don't really realize like overseas is in tune very heavy. They love underground.
Yeah,
like they look at us like we're the Drakes.
Like, yeah, y'all the superstars for real.
So like you go over there, you get the free clothes. You walk into the Gucci store in Italy. They take you down, to the warehouse and let you get free clothes and stuff like that because like they love your music that much. Like I remember I used to have people that used to like back in 2018 was getting sponsored by Robin Jeans. Like Robin Jeans would send them free clothes, boxes of clothes.
Wow.
And we on SoundCloud. We not even on Apple Music yet, and we getting boxes of Robin Jeans. Like
that's crazy.
And they playing our music in the store. You know, so it's like stuff like that. You're like wow. Then you go overseas and see the magnitude of it. Like I've actually got my best opportunities. I got I got sponsorships over there, just because people love me so much. I got Foot Locker endorsements, all types of stuff over there.
Oh, wow.
Like, just because of the love that they give over there, which I like it more than America because, like, they actually do stuff for you over there.
Right, yeah.
It's like, we like it so much, we actually going to give you opportunities. Which I'm like, perfect.
They really rock with you. It's not just like we see we can make some money off of you type
Pretty much.
shit.
Exactly.
Texaco, that's all I got. That's all I got for you for today. And I just gotta give you your flowers, bro. I've been a fan of your music since it was maybe like 2016, 17, all the way from when you came over to Needy's crib.
Yeah.
And I think Needy played a beat and we was like freestyle over it. It was like freestyle over it. He was like, okay. and he freestyled over it. I don't know why we do that, but no, I've always been a fan of your music. I always thought your sound was very unique, was very, very unique. Just for the stacks, the production, yada yada. And I always respected that you do your own mastering, you do your own beats, you do your own
show.
Yeah, you a one man show because outside looking in, that got to be a lot.
Oh yeah.
That has to be a lot, and it has to be playing a lot. And I've seen where you got to get a producer, you got to get someone who do cover art, you got to get an engineer, you got to get XYZ. So it's like for you to just do most of that. Big respect from me. So definitely keep going. I know
a lot more money that way too.
That too. I know. Just like your Spotify bio says, you'll be the face of music soon, which is that's a dope statement. That's a dope statement that you should definitely keep up with. And thank you. I've been wanting to interview you for the longest. I really have.
Yeah,
so this
got it out.
Yeah, this has been a dope opportunity. So I appreciate you coming through. Is there anything else that you want to cover before we transition?
I don't know. I know I would have come back though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For a podcast.
For sure.
Give my opinions.
Oh yeah, for sure. We need to drop a record for you. Yeah, we need to break a record. I did forget the most important question. What can we expect from Tex the rest of 2023?
Not shit, really. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The honesty.
Hey, I just gave you like 15 songs.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Look, the year almost over. I mean, I might pull some shit out, the bag near the end if I get some shit right. Other than that, though, 2024, I'm on all asses, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we about in September, about the 9th month.
Yeah.
He's already moving.
I wanted something. I gave it to you.
I respect it.
I do respect that. I respect that. Okay. Well, we'll definitely. Whenever you do drop a record, you have to come by so we can break it for you, and we appreciate you coming through for sure.
We're doing last minute questions.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was just about to mention that. So our last segment is last minute questions. So for the next minute, we're gonna go around the table and ask you random questions that's some music related, some not, and you need to respond very quickly.
Oh, bet.
Cool. All right. So let me get my clock. We're going to stay in a minute. We usually don't, but
might go a little bit longer.
maybe a little longer. Tina, Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, Tina, we're gonna start with you. Yeah, Tina, Tanner, me, and we'll go for a minute long. Let me get my stopwatch. Are we ready? All right. 3, 2, 1.
My favorite song by you is How It Feel. What year did you make that?
Oh, how I feel. I made it last year, 2022.
Favorite 2K player build?
Definitely. He's 6'9". Got that. Just know he's 6'9". He
Power
really
forward, center,
small forward.
small forward. Okay.
Acrobatic. He can do everything though.
Okay.
I'm gonna call him a playmaker, shot creator, but
All
he's
right.
not.
All right, bet.
What's your middle name?
Scott.
Okay.
How many tattoos do you have?
I probably got like 25, 30.
That's dope.
Favorite shoe?
Jordans. 11s.
Okay.
What's one of the worst albums you ever heard?
You cowards don't smoke crack.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite Chick-fil-A meal?
Number 1, cheese on it. Mac and cheese on it too.
Oh.
This is a reoccurring one, but what's your Bojangles order?
Chicken supreme, 2 honey mustard sauces, large pink lemonade.
Oh.
What kind of cheese on that Chick-fil-A?
Never Colby Jack, probably just regular cheddar.
Regular.
Okay. Like, okay, hold on now. What kind of cheese?
What is
one
your
more question from
favorite
everybody.
cologne?
Favorite cologne, Prada Sport.
Favorite R&B artist?
Ooh, damn. Can I say group?
Yeah.
Jodeci.
Okay. What's one festival that you really want to perform at and why?
I would definitely say, damn, Rolling Loud, but I got a headline. I need a big ass crowd. I don't want the opener crowd.
Yeah.
I want some shit that I could get lost in.
You gotta perform at like 9 o'clock, not
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
I'm trying to surprise them. I want to be like in the middle of the crowd with a hood on and then just pop out with the mic. And they be like, oh shit.
That'd be hard.
That would be hard.
That seemed like a safety concern.
Oh, definitely.
Smooth answers from Texaco with the last minute question. Texaco, again, we appreciate you coming through. You're welcome back anytime. Yeah, just keep doing your thing, and we learned a lot about you.
Yeah, next time we'll have you on, we'll do a regular podcast so you can get your opinions off.
Yeah. You have good opinions.
Oh, definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
we
Look,
can-
I've been trying to do a little podcast. Man.
Yeah.
Bet that.
We got to get you back on here. But all minds and hearts clear.
Amen.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to Last Minute Podcast. Make sure you follow Sheree at Entry We Trust. Make sure you follow Tanner at Pedal Pay Records. Make sure you follow me at Zebo.G, the Zebo page, Zebo NC, and the podcast page, Last Minute Podcast. Make sure you follow Texaco at
Texaco, 2 X's, probably 2 O's. Just type in Texaco on Instagram, Texaco on Twitter, you'll find me.
Boom.
First one.
What do you say? Make sure you tune in to Zebo's Boombox where you can find your next favorite NC artist. On Spotify and Apple Music, you can actually find one of Texaco's songs on there. Now, shout out to our sponsors, MAMACITAS.
What do we put on? Stay with us, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Make sure you shout out to our sponsors, MAMACITAS Food Truck, Libations Mobile Bar, and Ensemble Stage. And you can, if you use promo code Zebo, you can get 15% off your 2 adult tickets at Ensemble Stage. So make sure you get your food, get your drink, and go to the show. And yeah, wherever you are, make sure you're supporting make sure you're supporting your local artists. Make sure you're running their albums, music videos, etc., because everybody can definitely utilize that. Last words?
How it feel?
Hydro.
Damn.
Kobe Jack.
We have.
But just know, Zebo is where it's at.
Oh, Zebo TV, North Carolina. Yeah.